Hello, everyone. Notice I got my Super Trump shirt on today. Very proud of the president's performance last night. I think he's getting much better as a politician. And remember, the guy's a real estate guy. He was never a politician. But want to go over my take from the debate last night. And keep in mind, this is my opinion, not shared by any company I own, any company I work for. This is just Michael Vandergrift given his take on what I got from the debate. And I love these. I was fired up. I was up till 3 in the morning last night going over that thing. And on the Supreme Court, Trump's right. Elections have consequences. And on the Affordable Care Act, that thing's junk. I've always been opposed to it. So many people lost private health care coverage. The numbers are skewed even after we got the numbers in. And the numbers, government agencies are typically about 2 years lag time on getting accurate data. And we had the issue of the PPACA didn't even get implemented really until 2014. So the data's still coming in on it, but I know a lot of people lost private health care coverage, and it did not help make medical care or anything more affordable. It didn't. I mean, it did help. I have seen the studies and the evidence of it. It did help more minorities get coverage, and more poor people get coverage, which is great. No one's against that. But I think there may be a better way to do it. And I'm always a free market person. So I like to let the free market and the invisible hand go into that with a little bit of government influence to make sure it stays fair. I still don't understand. If someone can clarify this, feel free to comment, message me. How did the gender pay gap end from the PPACA? I still see discrepancies in that. Women are still typically paid less. Now, why? There's a lot of reasons to it, and that's a subject for another video, possibly even another expert in another field. I'm an economist, so I model consumer behavior, and I'm going to get to some videos later where I'm going to show where I do model consumer behavior in housing, and I do that every day in real estate. That's what I love, is I actually do apply my career to those friends that are like, oh, you got an economics degree. What are you going to do? Real estate still. I model consumer behavior in housing. So I'm still interested on how the gender pay gap ended. The 100 million pre-existing, I did put up some sources and some sites. There are some estimates on. I have a pre-existing condition. If I wanted to, I could legally probably get disability and not have to work if I didn't want to. But I choose to tough it out. Some days are better than others, and I understand people like myself that have stuff that you can't see that's wrong with them. So they've got the estimate somewhere from 50 to 129 million Americans, which seems a very large estimate based on the population of. I looked up, it was about 330 million the U.S. Census believes is a current estimate of the U.S. population. And I don't know, I'm interested in hearing how do the governors deny poor people Medicaid. It's a federally funded program. I'm interested in hearing what's going on there and what problem we need to mediate, resolve with that, if there is a problem with that. I loved it. Trump, he didn't know how to do that. Blaming the recession on Trump. Are you freaking kidding me? I mean, really? You can argue both sides and how influential a president is on economies do go in business cycles. We can get into the leverage cycle. There's a lot of experts on that field, and I'd love to do a video in the future. That's my kind of area of study. So I'd love to cover the leverage cycles, business cycles, economic cycles. So we do cycle. But anyone in their right mind knows this recession was caused by COVID. They shut everything down. Even with the stimulus package, it's still, it gets tricky how to, and Dr. Tierney's done some articles in the newspaper, and she knows that area better than I do. And it's how everything feeds everything. Our economy, it all builds on each other. In real estate, we like to say that the economy in the U.S. is housing fed and housing led. And if you add up the numbers, the NAR, National Association of Realtors, can show you how 25% of GDP is from housing, because you got furniture, appliances, remodeling, on houses and stuff. So it probably is, if you add it all up, it probably is about 25%. So we are housing fed and housing led. I've never liked Trump. I respect Trump. I read The Art of the Deal, great book. If you're in sales, negotiation, definite must read. I mean, the guy it's just so simple how he thinks his stuff up and does it. I mean, it really is a great book. Whether you like him or not, and I never have liked him. I don't like his hyperbolic rhetoric. I hate hearing 47 years, 47 months. Heard 47 years at least 5 times last night, and he does that a lot. Just like they're going to call him out and say he lied about, there was something I can't remember. I didn't get it in my notes. Something about he said 100 million and it's actually 93 million. That's hyperbolic rhetoric. He's not lying. And a lot of times when you see stuff, the mainstream media is ridiculous today. Okay, I'm calling bull crap on their stuff today. They're so out there. I am so upset and getting so frustrated with that. I watch stuff and look at stuff for myself. My buddy of mine the other day was trying to accuse me of, you're just looking at Facebook memes. No, I don't do Facebook news. I don't even do mainstream media news. I go to the source. I read CDC reports. I read, I try to get them from the direct source. And that's just the way I am, because I want to think for myself and I want to find the information and try to make an educated decision. And like I want to say with these debates and stuff, both Democrats, Republicans, Libertarians, they all want the best for everybody. There's no right answer to any of this. And people are going to say, it's whoever you liked before is probably who you're going to come out liking afterwards. But I thought Trump knocked him out. I mean, Joe Biden was weak, in my opinion. I mean, if you got a plan for COVID, why are you going to wait till after you win the election to share it? Come on, man. You're sitting there blaming Trump for killing all these people, and then you're not going to share your plan? Come on, man. And I love that, too. Come on, man. I'm going to be saying that all day today. The CDC even has a debate on the effectiveness of masks. They are recommending them because it's better than nothing. The pros outweigh the cons, but the effectiveness of it, they don't even know. There's quite a few studies on that recently, showing the efficiency. I think it's called efficacy of them. We don't really know, to be honest. And they're always going at the Democrats. Always want to say they're after the working class, and people always want to blame the Republicans for being for the rich. Well, when you're referring to the rich, it's not really the rich. Most of this country runs on small business people like myself. There's 1 million realtors in this country. There's over 1,500 realtors in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Okay. And we are all small businessmen. That they call us rich because we are a small businessman. We file 1099s. We write off things on our taxes like a business. I have 3 LLCs connected to mine. We are small businesses. So we're not all rich. We work hard. We have to watch our money. It's like we run small businesses, and a lot of small businesses like that, and they want to call them rich. But these businesses, everybody connects. They intertwine. There's a I can't remember the name, like an economic ecosystem where you all are symbiotic of each other. And, you've got to work together because you need those wealthier people and the people like myself that employ people to employ the workers. You can't just support the workers and say, screw on the richer man. And then that gets into their whole tax things, which I'm not even going to touch because we're still reviewing some things on the taxes and the theories that they're going with. And there's disagreements on that in every which way. So you can fact check that all you want, but it just depends on which side of I can't remember the guy's name of the study. And I should, and Dr. Tierney and Dr. Nazaroff are both going to smash me. Laffix or something like that. There's a guy who did the original study on the tax and lowering taxes and economic growth on it, but it's up for debate. Trump claims he got Big Ten football back. Might be a little hyperbolic there, but apparently he did have some meetings with some people. So, hey, I love college football. So if he did it, great. If not, it's another one of those. It's not a lie, people. He probably did meet with somebody, probably made some calls. He knows some people. He's Donald Trump. He used to be loved before he was president. Now he's hated. Orange man bad. I don't get it, but whatever. It is true that it was the slowest recovery. economic recovery with Obama. So there's a lot of, and Obama was even quoted a few times, and I heard him even say it about how he never thought the economy would get back running again. And Trump popped it back up right after he got in. So whether he actually influenced that or not, we don't know. There's too many variables there to really honestly say. Even Chris Wallace, Chris Wallace is left, but he's not far left. And Fox has got to have at least one person on there that's left. Come on now. So I don't mind Chris Wallace too bad because he'll call out both sides, I think. I think he's about as fair as you can probably be, although he was helping Biden a lot last night, in my opinion. He was catering to him and making it easier on him. But he did note, even he noted that there was record low unemployment before COVID. Which anybody with common sense knows COVID caused the recession. I mean, we had a recession due anyways, but Ballard at the St. Louis Fed says third quarter of 2020 is going to be the strongest recovery from a recession in history. So I'm excited. I think we're going to have a lot of great things coming. Do I give credit to Trump on that? Not really. I just, it's cycle, and we've got some good stuff going. We got a lot of great workers, greatest workforce in the world, United States. I also kind of wonder if China kind of was involved helping COVID get here, maybe. I know it's some far out conspiracy stuff, but I mean, we were about to win the trade war with them, and then all of a sudden COVID hits. I mean, what a better way? Send a pandemic, get a pandemic going. Oh, we don't got to deal with this anymore. Everybody's busy with the pandemic. And this whole psychologist at 911 calls, I mean, how expensive is that going to get on the taxpayer? And is that really necessary? And is it going to help? I can go into a video later on that. I have a lifelong history with psychologists, so I can cover a little bit about that. But yeah, I think that'll be a waste of money, in my opinion, right off the bat. But I'm going to do some more research into it because I'm interested in it. Obama's clean energies were all bull crap. The only clean energy, and Dr. Tierney, I'm going to say this now because we're all out, we all got our grades, but you and Nazaroff both, it was funny because a lot of us were in the double classes in the senior seminar and your class, and I remember she had some of her top students reviewing she had some questions for this class she does, and we were reviewing them for our final project, and we were done like days before. So we were in there, and we actually took over the United States. And it was so funny. We anointed Landon, one of her favorite students. He was king, and Kevin Jacobs and I were going to head up the nuclear energy department because we went to nuclear energy because it is the cleanest form of energy. You want clean energy? You want renewable energy? It's nuclear. If you do it safe, it's all right. Chernobyl, watch the stuff. I love documentaries on Chernobyl. It's one of my favorite things. And they did so many mistakes. I mean, they did everything you could do wrong. So if you do it right, you do it with the containment facilities, nuclear energy is the way to go. I mean, just hands down. We were actually plotting out, I came up with the idea of putting the nuclear energy sites at each one of the federal reserves, because then we could spread it out pretty evenly. We might need like some engineer or something come in and tell us if we need more, but we thought that would be a lot of energy for the country. But yeah, at the end of the day, the cost of batteries, the manufacture, the disposal, they're just not, it's too hard. And then you've got to hold that energy. And then you got all these bad battery cells going bad, and you got all the lead and plastic. It's not as efficient or sustainable or good as they make it out to be. Nuclear really is the way to go, but we got to get people over those fears. So that's my thoughts on all that. Hope I didn't digress and rant too much. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to get some real estate videos up here later today. And I have my intern that is going to edit these up some. So if you watch it before it's edited, I'm sorry. All right, thanks, and have a good one. Make it a great day. Grace and peace.